Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Win with Will. I am Will. Today we are going to be looking at my week two progress and my dividend journey. And today is Monday, July 7th, at the time that I'm recording this. So this will be a look back at my week two performance. If you are new to the channel, you can definitely go back and check out my week one results to see where it all started, as well as I did a deep dive into my various funds that I'm investing in another video. So you can check that one out as well if you'd like to have a little more in-depth information about the various funds that I am investing in. But why am I here? I'll start most of these videos just stating this for anyone that's new. Basically, I started this channel to document my progress with my dividend account, just to allow others to follow along with me and see how things are going, see how the ups and downs, kind of learn from my mistakes. Also, to show my friends and family how simple it is to start investing. Third is teaching my children financial education. I even have a video where I interviewed my 7-year-old daughter, just talking about some of the things she's been learning about stocks and dividends and investing. Number four, to help other parents teach their children. Sometimes parents, want to have these conversations. You know that you want your children to be in a better financial position than you are, right? You want them to learn and start at a younger age. So sometimes you just don't know where to start. You don't know how to start those conversations. So maybe watching me can inspire you or give you some things and some guidance and ideas on where you can start with your children. And last but not least, to inspire others. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm nobody special. I'm not some type of guru or master or anything like that in trading. I'm just a regular guy from the south side of Chicago, but I'm trying to take my finances into my own hands and create a financial freedom for myself and my family. And so you can do the same. Now, got to get into the legals. I am not a financial advisor, so just keep in mind that anything that I'm sharing here on my channel is for entertainment and education, and you should do your own due diligence. Just check out everything on your own before you get involved, just to make sure it is right for you. But this is just documenting my journey and let you see what I am doing. So, with that being said, let's talk about my portfolio goals. I have a short-term goal of being able to generate $1,000 a month in dividend income with about $10,000 in my account. I started my account with $5,000. I will be adding to the account over time, probably at least a couple times a month is the goal, to add something to keep it building. From week one to now, I did add some more money. So that's tracking on my chart. So you'll see that as well. My midterm goal is to be able to generate about $5,000 a month in dividend income, with having about $50,000 in my investment account. $50,000 is, that's nothing to sniff at. That's for some people, that's a year, that's an annual salary, $5,000 a month, $60,000 a year in passive dividend income. And my long-term goal is to create this six-figure dividend income account where it's paying me out six figures a year just in dividends alone. So let's get into the money. So let's go ahead and get started. And I do actually have a new uh, fund that has joined the party. When I first started, I had all weekly pairs, and I've added my first monthly pair to the mix, which is MSTY, MSTY. So as I go through my information here, this is my progress for week two. And again, Misty is my new addition to the portfolio. I wanted to wait. I did want to get Misty. Misty is one of these really popular funds that you'll see a ton of people investing in because of the dividend payouts that it's had consistently for a good period of time. Some people are a little not as high on Misty because the dividend payouts are not as lucrative as they had been for a while, but that's the nature of this investing strategy. The funds and the dividends can go up and down and fluctuate just based off how the funds are doing. So, but I wanted to get involved with Misty, but I didn't want to get involved on my first week because it wasn't time for the payout just yet. It only pays once a month. So I wanted to jump in and get my shares right before it was time for the payout for Misty, which was on, they were closing it out on July 3rd. The money will actually be getting dispersed today for most accounts. So just looking at the funds I have, TSYY, which is a fund that mirrors Tesla. And oh my goodness, Tesla is getting killed today. If you're again, today is Monday, July 7th, and Tesla is way down. He's been in the news again, kind of going at it with the president and things like that. So his stock is really getting killed today, which is actually impacting my fund as well. It mirrors the ups and downs of Tesla. So it's all good. If usually, even with the ups and downs, Tesla is really volatile. It'll have really high jumps, ups and down, one way or the other. But again, as long as I'm getting my dividend payouts consistently, that's my number one goal. So hopefully it will bounce back. But TSYY is my Tesla. It kind of matches and mirrors Tesla for my investing. XBTY, which mirrors Bitcoin. This is another weekly pair from Granite Shares, which is the company for both of these. NVYY, which mirrors NVIDIA stock. My YMAG and YMAX are yield max funds that pay weekly. They invest in groups of stocks. And again, most of these, the number one goal, especially with the yield max, are generating income in the forms of dividends for the accounts. Uh, ULTY, OT, this is probably still my favorite fun, even though it's not very expensive. It doesn't pay a ton in dividends, only 10 cents a share. But because the price of the fund is really low, you can load up and get a bunch of shares. And then again, my new one, Misty, which is I bought 50 shares of Misty for my first go around, and it paid out a nice little dividend for me. So going from week one, made $108.36 in dividends from all of my various investments. And I'm up this week to $169.36 for a grand total of $277.72. This is a little inflated compared to last week just because I do have a monthly in there now. So when we look at this next week, I won't have this nice payout from Misty because I'm only going to be getting paid out on this once a month. So just keep that in mind. Basically, it'll be roughly around the same amount that I was last week, if we took the $62 out for Misty. But hey, we're trying to build over time. So I increased my shares of the Tesla fund from 205 to 251. So this is part of how why my capital jumped. So I started out with $5,000. I added about another 1465 this week in purchasing my Misty shares as well as my additional shares of the Tesla fund. So right now I'm sitting at 251 shares of the Tesla fund. I didn't add anything to this one. I used my compounding to add one more share of the NVIDIA fund. I didn't add anything to YMAG and YMAX. I added my um, my compounding from my profits from last week to add four more shares of OT. And then again, I made my purchase of Misty this week. So current fund value got $2,400. This is my largest holding, followed by OT, which is almost $1,300 in there, and my first purchase a little over $1,000 for Misty. And yeah, so if you really enjoy this type of content, being able to follow along with my progress, definitely want to say like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. It really helps, and I really appreciate you guys. I don't want to keep these. My first couple videos were pretty long, so I'm trying to keep these, under like 10 minutes or so. So I'll just give a brief overview of my portfolio, show you where I'm at as far as my gains or losses for the week and how things are going, if I'm increasing my shares and things like that. But hey, like, subscribe, comment, and you can click the notification button so you can be alerted of when I'm adding new videos every week is my goal. And so, hey, I'm always trying to tell you guys, hey, get started. Even if that getting started for you just means getting more education, more information, going on YouTube, learning about, these various stocks and these various investment funds. Or if you already have been on the fence looking at things, go ahead and get that account open and get started. If you need a Robinhood account, if you never had one, or a Webull, or one of these various accounts, I'm using Moomoo right now. I'll have some links down low in the description where you can join and grab you open up your own account, and we both get a little something if you use my referral link. Usually they'll give you like some free stocks and things like that. I got about 60 free stocks with Moomoo when I opened my account with them. And I always like to leave you guys with an inspirational quote. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. Audrey Hepburn. So, hey, it's all about the mindset, guys. If you believe it, you can do it. The man who says he can and the man who says he can't are usually both right. So, mindset is so important with any journey you're on. This just happens to be our investing journey. So I wish you guys much success and thank you so much for joining me today. I will catch you on the next one. Have a good day, guys. Bye now.